I know this run will go against a lot of the things that I tell beginners to do, but what's up everyone? Come run a 21k threshold run with me. Warm day at the track actually, quite busy. Just the way we like it on a Saturday morning. So we've got a 3k warm up, 15k at marathon pace will be around a 4:22 per kilometer, and then 3k at a 4:05 pace to really kind of turn the screw there. Exciting. Back's a little bit stiff, coming back from twinging during an RDL session earlier this week, but it's definitely feeling better. Managed to get an easy run in a couple of days ago, which felt all right. So now we're at the track again just to kind of test the water, keep things flat. Don't want to be getting that bit wrong before next week, where we got some 5k testing and a 1 rep max front squat on the card. So this is more just kind of see how the back is feeling, how the legs are going, test where the engine's at. Some ominous clouds here. Hoping the bag is going to be okay. Let's go. 3k going down well, nice and breezy, nice and cruisy. I don't think I'll be able to talk this easily once we get stuck into the actual threshold pacing at 4:22. But we'll see how we go. You know, in Hong Kong, when it's getting close to summer, when you're 8 minutes into a run and you're already dripping in sweat. Now I know it also might seem mad that I'm running 21k around a track. For context, I have done a full marathon around a track as well. And the reason why I do it is I like the consistency. Obviously it's completely flat, a little bit bouncier as well, which I never complain about, but it is so I can really just focus on dialing in the paces, how my body feels at those paces, and it allows me just to keep things in a little bit more control as well. All right, warm up, nearly done. 15k in the fun zone. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ugh. Nasty stuff. 3k I'm into the tempo. Heart rate's a low 160, holding a 4:21 pace. Life is good. Sun's out now. Gel 2. Oh, that is not nice at all. Just coming on 12k in total. So 9k into the tempo. Starting to get into a bit of a rhythm. It's bloody hot still, but we're cruising. Heart rate's a bit high, but we'll hold on. 15k in, 6 to go. Holding pace, but it's getting a bit tricky. So we're gonna lock in for the next 6k. See you at the end. Bosh. And we're done. Holy hecka. Not gonna lie, that was hard. It was actually, I felt like I was holding it all right till I got around halfway through, and then then it became a little bit of a battle, especially towards the end, but I held out. I hit my pace targets, popped them up right here. A really bad Strava screenshot, but it'll do. You can see heart rate went up into the 175, not necessarily the most ideal. I think it's time to adjust paces based on the weather, because it is 27, 28 degrees today. Feels like 100% humidity, so it would be silly to think that I could hold my winter paces in this kind of weather. Now I know a lot of beginners are going to look at this and be like, Kev, you always say run 80% of your runs at an easy pace, only push intensity for 20% of the time. What are you doing running a half marathon at tempo ending on threshold pace? The reason is, and I know I was guilty of this when I started as well, but you can't compare a chapter 1 to a chapter 12. When I started running, you gotta remember, I've been doing this for close to 3 years now. I have around 4,000 kilometers ran between when I started and today. And a big chunk of those runs, especially at the start, were these slower, easy runs, holding a 6-minute pace, trying to keep my heart rate in the 140s. Now we're at a point in training where the body can tolerate some longer and harder efforts, but I still have to be smart with things like my recovery, and I'm not doing sessions like this every single run of the week. It also is very contextual. I know that I'm going into a volume deload next week. I've got a big social event the weekend after with the Hong Kong Sevens. So I know that this is my chance to push the boat out a little bit. We're gonna pull back the volume massively and hit some shorter, sharper efforts next week. I think my total run volume next week is only gonna be like 10K with a 5K test and a high rock session. So I know that I can go a little bit harder for a little bit longer here. And as long as I'm resting up today, refueling, and making sure tomorrow I take super easy, I know that I'm gonna be all right overall. Now, Next plan of action, recovery. Let's get some carbs, some protein, and let's get a cold shower. That is how you bounce back quickly from runs. Oh, that's running in Hong Kong for you. Yeah. I can tell you right now, I've lived in Sai Kung for 15 years. That sign never gets old. I think there's no worse feeling than when you finish a run and it starts getting cooler and breezier. Breaks my heart. I think this might be my favorite place in the world. Oh, the goods. Stay strong. And with that, we go home. Saturday morning, Saturday morning, done. We're gonna go home, shower up, get some food in, do some client check-ins before heading out for lunch. Catch you in the next one.